Welcome, viewers, both old and newcomers. What you're looking at here is the city of Toronto on Friday, July the 14th, between the hours of 10:15 and 10:45 p.m. This is as seen from Niagara-on-the-Lake's Ryerson Park, looking northward across Lake Ontario to the city. And the purpose is, as you see it there, to give you an idea of the camera's depiction of the city lights as taken at full telephoto using my Panasonic digital video camera and my digital enlargement platform, so that you can compare and contrast what you've just seen with the images of the objects that have been appearing in our skies every clear evening since, as far as I know, the middle of March. Now you saw a flash there, and again, and again. And here we'll zoom in on it digitally to give you a better idea of the apparent shape of the source of the light. And here you see it enhanced using the camera's what's called Magic Pix facility, which is a feature that strings slightly time-lapsed frames together to give you a real-time depiction of the motion itself. However, it is somewhat blurred because of the time-lapse nature of each frame. Big advantage being that, of course, in the limited light conditions, you can maximize the image visibility. And there we have it again. This is digitally enhanced. Contrast is boosted for purposes of giving you a sense of the apparent shape of the light source. Here we move again back. This is just on straight telephoto. And this is digitally enlarged as well. Once more, we're moving in a west to east fashion, which is notable because that is towards the city's very busy waterfront-based Billy Bishop Airport, which at that hour is still active. Which raises the question, what would aerial objects like this be doing in the sky? And there you can actually see two of them if you look carefully. Doing in the sky, see them crossing over each other, so close to such an airfield. Would they not pose some kind of significant safety hazard to the craft going in and out of there? Therefore, how could they in any way be authorized to be in that space? What are they doing there? Now, once again, the motion that you're seeing here, both the direction and the speed of it, are in real time. But interestingly enough, as you watch these objects, you'll see them move from east to west, stop, hover in place, ascend, descend, reverse direction, west to east, east to west. There appears to be not much in the way of rhyme or reason to their movements. Now here again, maximizing the contrast and zooming in digitally, you can get some sense of the apparent shape of that light. It's noteworthy because there's no indication as to a front or a back of the vehicle, which is commonly the kind of light signature that you will see on commercial aircraft, to give you a sense of what direction they're going in, the wingspan, and so forth. These objects don't appear to have anything of the sort. Here we have a sense, once again, of the west to east motion towards the city, and it stops, hovering in place. Now, what kind of a craft offers that kind of maneuverability? And what's this? Oh, we have multicolored lights. Side by side. Blinking red, blinking bluish. And just as significantly, those colors seem to be swapping sides. If those colors were intended to give you some idea of the direction of the craft, what was the front and what was the back, what would they be doing? Swapping sides. So there you can see it blinking in the sky. This time there's no evident red and blue configuration. Seems to be a single light source. But interestingly, as we close in on it using digital enlargement, it moves into a more interesting shape, more like the diamond type shape that we've seen in other videos on this channel, which I invite you to check out. Here again, from a distance, you see what it looks like in the sky. And as I mentioned, the directions can change. This time it was going from east to west, ascending in the sky. And what you'll note there is the ascension does not appear to be in a straight line fashion. That's not the way that a conventional craft would necessarily move in one smooth, continuous movement. The position changes can go from being smooth to being sudden. So they can suddenly appear to leap significant distances between blinks without much indication of movement in between. Here we have an even better depiction of the lights taking on the diamond type shape. Now what appear to be multiple images here could be a feature of the lens technology itself. I've contacted the manufacturers, Panasonic, who tell me that distant light sources could indeed lead to certain distortions and flares and so forth. But what you can see here bears very little resemblance to the kind of light signature and image that the city lights seen at the outset of the video that they present. Now here's a particular kind of object. This is a flare type of object. These things appear closer above the horizon, as you see here. They start out as a small light, and then they increase significantly in intensity. And here's what it looks like, slightly digitally enlarged. That's a very distinct shape, very distinct. And compare and contrast that to the lights behind the clouds behind it, which are also their own sources of light. What is up with that shape? Your guess is as good as mine. Your comments and feedback are invited. Thanks for watching. Watch the skies.